have one more civilian who's joining me from Tel Aviv. Her name is Daniela Traub. Now, Daniela is the head of civil advocacy group, and she lives in central Israel. She's currently went to a safer place, but nowhere is really safe at the moment, and she mostly been to shelters. Some of her friends have gone through worse. Daniela, are you in Tel Aviv right now?
No, right now I'm not in Tel Aviv. I'm up north at my parents because here there are less rockets. We only had in this area, only about 4 rockets. But in total on Israel, we had more than 4,000 rockets launched. And just to understand what it means, a rocket, it means that you have less than a minute to run to shelter. It means that you have to take your children, you have 3 children, let's say, you have to grab all of them and run to shelter before the rockets land, because not all of them are annihilated by Iron Dome. So I didn't want to stay in Tel Aviv, so I moved up north because running each time to shelter is extremely, extremely shocking. You tremble afterwards, you feel so useless and helpless to actually go through that, and you can't do anything. But I must say that that's not even the worst thing. That's something that we're used to. That's something that Hamas has been doing for years, and also Hezbollah has been doing for years upon us. The worst thing is what you spoke about before, what happened on Saturday, where hundreds of terrorists went through our border, infiltrated the villages next to the border, went from house to house, burned down the houses so that the citizens will go out because they were hiding in the houses. They burned the citizens alive. They put them in rows and shot them in the head. They decapitated babies. They took the women, raped them. You can see women paraded through the streets of Gaza because they were taken captive with blood between their legs. Those are the images that are coming out, and that is barbaric. That is exactly like ISIS, and not even worse than ISIS. And I'm speaking about more than 1,000 people dead and about 150 taken captive. And it's not soldiers taken captive, some are, but it's babies, half a year, 3-year-old, women, elderly, have been taken captive, and I don't even want to imagine what they're going through now in captivity. And those are the images we've been seeing all the time, and it's we can't not respond to something like that, because if the world, the Western world, the democratic liberal world won't respond to such horrific acts of terror, violence, and barbaric acts, it means that we've lost as a society. Not only Israel, the entire West, because we accept such behavior. So that's where the situation is currently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, the world is seeing those videos. The entire globe has come out in solidarity with Israel, which is heartening to see. But I was asking this question to Shmuel as well. How do you fight in front of this adversity? And I would say, Jews have gone through these atrocities, pogroms, Holocaust, and now this genocide for thousands of years. Your resilience is commendable, but do you see finally an end to this war and atrocities and attacks on Jews?
No. Especially because Israel is in a neighborhood that's a very difficult neighborhood. And there are some Muslim countries that are supporting us and decided to recognize the state of Israel and to make peace with us, such as the UAE. But there are some states here around that just refuse to acknowledge the existence of the Jewish Israeli state, and they also won't acknowledge it. There are people that want us dead so much that they're willing to do the acts that they did. That is complete hatred. That's nothing but that. And we could see these images in the Holocaust. There's never been such a large massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. And I'm not optimistic ever with the situation that there is a chance for real peace with such people, if you can even call them people, because I don't think people that do such things can even be called humane. Yeah.
Also, you told me that you're with your family safe and sound for now in North Israel. Any of your family members or neighbors or friends who are out on the war front along the Gaza Strip who are fighting this bloody war?
So my brother lives in the UK. He came back specially to Israel to go to reserve duty. He's currently at the border, waiting for commands on what's going to happen. Many of my friends are currently at the different borders. One of them sent me an horrific WhatsApp saying that he doesn't want to say goodbye, but he's sending this WhatsApp in case of. We're extremely scared that there will be another front opening, not only Gaza, but Hezbollah, the other terror organization on our border in Lebanon. We know that will open, that will be extremely devastating, but we will prevail. We will win this.
Yeah. Does it also give you reassurances as a country that the world is supporting you, and particularly United States coming out in support of you and giving you military prowess by way of their battleships and their warships and their aircraft carrier?
Absolutely. It means the world to us. As Shmuel said before, the moral is extremely low. We're trying to keep strong, we're united, but the moral is extremely low. And to see such support from different countries, from heads of states, from celebrities, from the general public, the amount of WhatsApps I received from my friends around the world is outstanding. And it just means the world to us, the way people are standing with us, and we believe that our fight is also the fight of the West, and the fight of any country that believes in human rights and dignity and respect and liberty. It's also their fight, and therefore we are proud of all the countries that aligned with us and are just backing us. Yes, the speech of the President of the US was amazing. We were just speechless when we heard it, because it was such great backing to us, and maybe a bit optimistic that Iran won't launch a war from Lebanon, because Gaza, the Hamas and Hezbollah are backed by Iran. So we're hoping the US will, their intervention with us will push back the Iranian forces.
Thank you, Daniela, for joining us on this telecast, sharing what is happening, and more strength to you. And here's hoping the war gets over very soon.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.